Hello everyone, welcome to my vlog. So it's Tuesday morning, and first of all I would like to apologize. I didn't vlog for an entire week. I was extremely busy with work, and well, sometimes it's so difficult to squeeze any additional free time. So today I have a little bit of time off. My little guy went for swimming lessons, so I've decided to do this vlog. So today's vlog I would like to dedicate it about something which I deeply believe will be extremely controversial, and I would definitely like to hear your feedback, what you guys think about it, and have some kind of discussion. I've been thinking about it for quite a while, and I just want to talk about it. What is the future of photography? I know it's a really huge topic, and I'm sure there's a lot of I don't know, opinions and predictions, but I want to talk a little bit more about, well, a little bit of different angle, because I deeply believe that photography itself is in the best shape ever. We have access to amazing equipment, we have access to great software and wonderful applications, so we are able to create extraordinary images these days. The things which I'm able to do today 10 years ago was only a dream. So that's something which like, I think we can see huge progress in photography, and this is not what I'm questioning. What I would like to discuss, and what I would like to question a little bit, how we as a photographers gonna be able to make money in the future, because it seems like well, having a business, having like photography business these days, it's not really easy task. And I found it that, you know, every single year, even I can sustain the business and I can make a living out of this, but I'm kind of afraid which direction this whole thing is going. And this is what I would like to talk about it today. We can definitely see huge shift and huge transformation in this entire industry. Back in the days, there was only few who were able to even produce images, as you guys probably remember, I don't know, 20 years ago, which when you think about it is not really a long time ago. Access to the gear and a lot of those stuff which we have today was like literally impossible. You would have to be extremely wealthy to have equipment and, you know, build a business from the scratch, not to mention there's no any resources how to learn some of those things, where today, as you probably know, it's much easier. Amount of equipment out there, and the quality of images they can produce, access to the knowledge these days, it's unbelievable. I'm really excited, and I'm really happy that, you know, I have this access, because I would never reach the level of photography where I am today. But having said that, that's also, it's something which definitely will impact us in the future. So well, the thing what I'm worried the most these days is that I think in the next 10 to 20 years we will see probably amazing well, development of apps and the stuff what we are able to do today with Photoshop. And let's say not too many people can do those things, because that's the skill which we have to learn, practice, and you know, we have to really master some of those things over the years. Probably in the next 5 to 10 years, those things will be pretty much like a click of the button, or like, I don't know, like some of those applications, they will be doing some of those things for us, and nobody's gonna need photographer and, you know, retoucher and all those things. Everyone will be able to do those things. So this is something which we have to somehow face it, and those things which we're able to do today, I'm guessing in the next near future, you know, applications and software will be doing this for us, and you know, like, we're not going to have to spend hours and hours in Photoshop editing those images. There's going to be pretty much like everything will be done much easier, and we can see the progress. Like, this is just unbelievable. I've seen some of the apps my wife is using. It's kind of crazy for me that basically they can do pretty much everything. The quality is not there yet, but again, this whole thing is developing every single day, and there's a lot of people working to improve those apps and make them better and better every single day. So another thing what I would like to discuss, and that's what I see, is that these days I would say living just off doing photography, it's getting harder and harder. Well, first of all, I'm sure all of you guys have seen that a lot of magazines, they using freelance photographers. They don't hire anybody. Those ones who were hired, they got well, they're losing their jobs. So it's something that also we can see massive shift even in hiring of photographers. That's changed big time, and also we have to somehow adjust to it. And I'm going to be speaking a little bit based on my industry, the headshot and portrait photography, which also, from one hand, I can see that there's a lot of need for headshots, because everyone these days who has any presence online have to have really good image. But my question is that, you know, maybe in the next, I don't know, 5 to 10 years, maybe even quicker, everyone will be able to do those things ourselves. Like, we're not going to need photographer, we're not going to need special equipment. Every cell phone will be able to do those things, and retouch them and adjust them, and then create whatever we want. And also, I've heard this argument that, well, you still have to have that creativeness, like you have to know the face expression, the posing, and all this stuff. But that's something which also we can find out through applications. The application can tell us exactly what we would have to do, and then pick those shots or adjust them. Like, I'm sure you guys seen in Photoshop that some of those things, they can be adjusted today, like, you know, face expressions, smiles, eyes expressions. Like, there's tons of things which we can do, and I deeply believe that at some point the applications will do those things for us, and we're not gonna even have to like smile or pose or turn or whatever. That's everything will be done digitally, and we're gonna be able to create any expression we want. I'm sure some of you guys, or not most of you guys, use Snapchat, and you guys can see those apps where you know, some of the makeup applications are applied already on their face, which is also kind of scary for me. But from the other hand, it seems like everything will be possible in the future, and a lot of those things which we are concerned today and we're working on, and we want to make sure that while everything is perfect before the shoot, everything well probably might be added afterwards, and might be edited or digitally manipulated to the point that we're not going to be we're not going to have to do anything. Everything will be done for us by applications or software or whatever. So the main reason I want to also talk about it is because I'm sure most of you guys who are in the industry, well, we're really enjoying what we do, and I really love my job, and I love shooting, and I love what I do. But I'm a little bit concerned where this whole thing is going, and I hope I'm going to be able to maintain well, my job and make a living out of this and make money. Because if this is gonna, well, somehow affect my life, I would have to probably drop this whole thing. Well, I have a family, a kid which needs support, so like I just want to kind of raise those questions and concerns about where this whole thing is going. I deeply believe this is not going to kind of turn over overnight, but we slowly see the process of massive changes. And I also have noticed that there's so many other photographers who reach certain level and then they just, well, they don't shoot as much. They do workshops, they write books, they do some other crazy stuff to make a living. But like, I don't know if everyone is capable of doing that, because, you know, let's say English is not my first language, so for me write a book about photography wouldn't be easy task to do. The same workshops and stuff, those are the things which you also have to have a little bit of talent, and you have to have certain approach, and you have to learn those things. So what I'm saying is that I hope I'm not gonna have to do some other crazy stuff just to make a living out of photography. I still would like to mainly focus on shooting and interacting with people and learning more about light and how all this things works. Even I think I reach certain level, I still think there's so much more to learn, but at the same time we have to somehow make a living, and we have to pay the bills, and we have to get the clients. And the way this whole thing actually looks like, the future to, let's say, living just off photography is not going to be easy. And I'm not trying to be pessimistic here or put you guys in the bad mood, but I think we definitely need to face it, what the future is well, holding for us, and then what kind of issues we will have to face in the near future. The technology is progressing in such a well, really fast pace that sometimes it's really difficult even to follow some of those things. So it's extremely important to look on this whole thing with, I would say, a really realistic approach, and adjust to it somehow, and make sure that we're not going to be pretty much drowning in well, in the stuff what we do, because we're not going to be able to well, maintain the business and, you know, make a living out of this and pay bills and stuff like that. So that's extremely important to make sure that we are able to do that. So I hope that entire vlog wasn't too depressing for you guys. I think about those things pretty much every single day, because I see the massive change in this industry. And again, I'm not saying that photography is doing bad. This is completely opposite. I think the photography is going it's in the amazing shape, and it's doing great. The question what I have, and the concerns what I have, how we, you know, photographers who make a living out of this will be able to sustain ourselves and keep making money, where everything kind of goes towards that, like everyone will be able to do the stuff what we do. So that's something which I think is going to be interesting. I definitely going to be just keep eyes on it, and make sure that we can somehow still deliver something to the clients that they gonna be able to and willing to pay for our services. Okay, so I would like to hear your opinion, what you guys think about it, and then discuss this a little bit more. I always looking forward to emails and messages and comments, because that also opens my eyes on some of those things. And yeah, let's keep the conversation open, and I probably will touch this topic again very soon, because I see massive change happening even in my life. But I'll discuss this another time. Okay, I'd like to wish you guys a fantastic week. I hope everyone has great shoots coming up, and I wish you guys all the success, and I'll chat with you guys very soon. Bye bye.